Hello, hello, hello. Yes, my name is Enya Epelle and I'm a mind coach. And I will be hosting another interview with one of the amazing authors of Grail Take Your Life Right with Purpose. It's an anthology of 42 authors, of which I am among for the second edition. And today's guest, I'm really excited about it. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I know that there's so much you're going to learn from this person. And his name is Dr. Nadeem, and he is a former international hockey player for India. Amazing, right? He is also a lifestyle management consultant and a wellness and fitness coach. He is the director of several companies that deal with fitness, nutrition, and real estate. He is the author of Let's Become Healthy at Mid-Age by Changing Your Mindset. And like I said earlier, is among the 42 authors of the book Grail, Take Your Life Right with Purpose. So he believes very much in celebrating life and loves to empower people so that they can live more adventurous, joyful, happy, healthy, playful, and fulfilled lives. I have been on an interview where I've been privy to one of the interviews that he had, and his story is so remarkable about how he grew from a young child to this, national icon. So I know you're really going to find it interesting. He said that knowing that each morning he can get up, feed his mind, and go into the world keeps him conscious to celebrate every moment of life. I think that's just the most worthwhile way to live. So welcome, Dr. Nadeem.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you. Good to have you. For the first time, I'm talking to you face to face, and I'm really excited. So
I'm very happy to be on this show.
well, great. And the beautiful thing about it is I get to deal with the people I host on a more personal level. So I leave knowing a lot more about them, and it kind of builds the relationship. So I'm very happy that you could join us today.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go right down to it. Like I earlier said, Dr. Nadeem was a former international hockey player for India. And I would just like you to share that, transition from that child to this, this national figure. So how did that come? Just in a few words, because it's really interesting.
Yeah. So I came from a small town, and a lot of people don't believe that you can play for the country. And because of my passion, I go on practice every day. And I believed. So to achieve anything, you need to do three things. One is you have to believe that you're already a champion. Then you have to work, and then you'll be able to achieve what you want. So I believe that I'm a champion, and I become a champion.
That's amazing. That's so succinctly put, because there's a lot more to what he's saying than what he just said. But basically, it's true. He said something very, very vital. First of all, you have to believe that you are a champion. You have to believe that you're a champion. That's really amazing. So, as an author of the book Grail, Take Your Life Right with Purpose, and every chapter is a personal narrative of, what our journey towards purpose. So, what would you say? What does purpose mean to you personally, and how are you applying it in your daily life?
Yeah. See, all this terminology, I don't know when I was a kid. So whatever my heart says, I used to follow that. A lot of people used to say, if you don't study well, you cannot get a job. If you don't get a job, you cannot survive in this world. But my heart says, I enjoy playing. So I went on playing. So I made a career out of that. Then after my retirement from sports, I don't know anything except exercising and playing. So I converted that zeal towards my physical fitness and exercise to convert that into as a career. Today, I have a private limited company where we do corporate wellness. We make all the corporate employees to be healthy, fit, and a lot of people to be in an ideal body weight. Today, the biggest killer is the lifestyle management. So I am a doctorate in lifestyle management. What is lifestyle management is, you have to be in an ideal body weight, number one. Number two, people have to have, prevent diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, heart problems and all. That can be done only when you are physically fit, mentally relaxed. So today people are running, they are earning a lot of money, but they don't have that happiness, they don't have that buzz in their life.
True.
So that's what I converted my business model into, that giving them buzz, giving them adventures, giving them healthy life.
Wow, that's so beautiful. I'm an adventurous person. One of the things I've always wanted to do, and I will do, is to jump out of a plane, and I will do it.
Yeah, I already done when I was in 16 years old.
You've done
I
that.
done,
Oh my
yeah.
God. I
I went into the under the sea
oh really?
in Australia. Then I was in Kenya. I went into all the forests. So I've seen the best places in the world.
My God, you're living my life. You're living my life. So tell me what that adventure, like how do you create adventure for these people? Because you're right. A lot of people are so stuck in the daily routine of life, how to, make ends meet, and they lose touch, of the
Yeah,
excitement, the enthusiasm, So how do you do that? How do you make that work for people?
basically nature teaches us a lot of things. If you go into the nature, if you go into the forest, if you go into the under the tree, it will teach a lot of things. It will give you a lot of oxygen. It will make you mentally relax. So we have to connect back with the nature. So that is the, adventure means you have to do climbing, you have to do jumping, you have to do some, things like this.
Mhm.
And lot of corporates nowadays, they spend huge money. They want a break from their work. On weekends, they'll go, they do party, they drink, they dance. They think it's a stress management. But I go and tell the corporates that this is going to increase the stress if you go and dance and just drink and smoke and all these things. So instead of that, I will take your teams into the adventure program where we take them into the forest. Just go sit there, don't do anything, just sit in the nature. It will give you so much of oxygen, it will give you so much of peace. And then I will make them play some kind of a game, because today there is no bonding between each other.
Yeah,
People doesn't know who is living next door.
yeah,
So when we go there, I make them play some kind of a sports, some kind of a team building games, where the bonding between each other will happen. That will impact the productivity of the company.
yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. So you've done that for several companies, and I'm sure that the outputs has
Yeah,
become very visible. Like people they see the changes themselves.
absolutely. See, we call it tangible and intangible benefits. So a lot of corporates, they want only money, money, money. So which can be seen in the area of tangible. Intangible means you cannot see in terms of money, but you can see in the terms of happiness. You can see in the
Mm,
terms of, actually it impacts the productivity.
mm,
So all the people, they were stressful, and they go on putting more load onto them, and they become more stressful.
yeah,
Okay, so whereas if they go, they create some kind of a bonding, they come out of their routine, then they will become fresh. When they go back to the office, the productivity will go up,
increases. But
increases.
the solutions to our problems are not as far off as we think, really. It's
Absolutely,
just
absolutely.
absolutely so it's just lifestyle changes and shifts.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
So this is interesting. I told you all that this is going to be interesting. So tell me a little bit about what your chapter is about in the book Grail.
Yeah. See, that's what I shared with you. Like, when I was a kid, all the people used to say, if you just only play, you cannot survive because you don't get any job, you don't get anything. But my heart says, my purpose of life is to play. That's all. I don't know how it will convert into career. As a kid, I cannot see what is going to happen. But I just followed my heart. I just followed my dream.
Yeah.
And then when at every stage when I was playing for a school team, they said you cannot select for school team.
Mm.
Okay, the friends and everybody. Then I said, why not? I tried. So similarly for district team, for state team, for country team. So everywhere there is a challenges. I overcome those challenges with my mental resilience, that believing that I can do it.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what my chapter is all about, like how I have converted my passion of exercising into a big business model. How
Wow.
I converted my passion into of adventures into a business model.
I am so curious. I want to read it. I want to read it. But you know, like I've been on one of your interviews where you spoke about mental resilience. I just want you to share one thing that you used to do to build your mental resilience while you were a hockey player. What was the one thing that you did religiously, faithfully, every day that helped you build mental resilience?
See, one is blindly believing my coach. Whatever my coach says, I
Wow.
just have to follow that. That is the first thing I done. Second thing, believing in my own self. Like a lot of people said, you cannot select, you cannot have, Godfather to help you and all. But I didn't care about it. I believed myself. The third thing is, when I was in a game, I don't bother about whether I select or not select. My focus was to celebrate that game. So
Wow.
enjoy that game. That's all.
To enjoy the game. You
Yes.
know, this thing you just shared reminded me of a trip I went for during Christmas with my family. And so on the ride, on the plane ride, there was a lady behind me. And all through that 45-minute journey, her eyes were closed and she was just praying all through the journey. She was just praying. So she missed out on the beauty of the skies. She missed out on just the enjoying the journey. She missed out on it for the entire 45 minutes. Her eyes were closed. She missed out on the food. She missed out on the drinks. She missed out on everything. And when I came down, I said, oh my gosh, a lot of us are living our lives in just that same manner. We are so
Absolutely.
obsessed with the day-to-day things that we no longer enjoy life. Wow. So
So
what are
we need, the purpose of this book is to help people, by all the authors, to
Mhm.
make people live their purpose, live their life. As you rightly said, a lot of people are journey not in the plane but in the real life. But they are closing their eyes, they are praying to get the salary, they are praying to, live life. But there is a huge, you don't need to spend crores of rupees. You go and sit somewhere, you spend time with your family. There are so many ways where you can enjoy or celebrate your life, which a lot of people are missing.
so what would your word be? What would your final word be to someone who right now is listening and saying, how do I find myself on this journey of purpose? What would you say to them?
Yeah, one is follow your heart. A lot of times heart will say that, you do this, it will give you entertainment, it will give you enjoyment. But
Hmm.
the logical mind comes there. If I do this, how can I earn money? If I do this, how can I survive? So you don't listen to that, just follow your heart, number one. Number two, live in the present moment. A lot of people live either in the past or in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, live in the present moment. Suppose I am talking to you, if I give my 100%, this interview will become good. If I sit here and thinking about my past or future, then I cannot do best
Exactly.
in my life.
Exactly. Wow, this is so, I enjoyed talking with you, Dr. Nadeem. Thank you so much for your time and your willingness to share your story. I know that someone is inspired. Thank you for sharing and contributing to humanity, because we need to hear things like this, and we are so glad I personally am so glad to have met all the amazing authors on this book and have the opportunity to interview them. So I just want to appreciate you. And I believe that from what you have shared today, someone is going to take that bold step to embark on their own journey. So thank you so much.
So my good wishes to all your country people, and live life to the fullest.
I intend to. I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to jump out from a plane. I must do it in my lifetime.
Okay. I was telling to all the people who was watching this to celebrate life, have fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you.